roll, the steamed charcoal bun with custard, and the prawn and pork siumai. Great, thank you very much.
So the dessert, the chocolate usually in the end, you okay?
Sure, yes, perfect.
Any allergy?
No. Great, thank you very much. Okay, hopefully that's all on its way soon.
Thank you. Okay, so all right, then we'll get started. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the DIMSUMX Podcast, where we explore the power of culture and connection through shared meals. In a world where we all so hyper-connected digitally, but we're still actually feeling more isolated than ever. So we lost touch with the heart of human connection. That's why we're here to reimagine networking one dim at a time. Through intimate dining experiences, food becomes a bridge to welcome deeper than just exchanging business cards. Like when people share meals or cultural stories, real connections actually unfold. That's why true networking should be about, right? It's about building authentic relationships, understanding different perspectives, and also creating a meaningful bonds. At each episode, we'll dive into stories and conversations about how food and culture are transforming the way we connect and find inner peace. Today, I'm really excited to welcome John Maverick and our special guest to our table. So start with John. John Maverick is the founder of EWE's Plus, which stands for Elevate Women in STEAM Plus, a DEI resources powerhouse for women pursuing careers in STEAM Plus, including entertainment industry, entrepreneurship, fashion, healthcare, law, leadership, storytelling, sustainability, writing, and many, many more industries. He is super passionate about advocating for gender equity in STEAM Plus fields. As a male ally, he believes it is crucial to amplify the voices and achievements for women in STEAM Plus industry, while also actively working to create inclusive environments to foster diversity, innovation, and collaboration. Whether it's through mentorship, sponsorship, or addressing systematic barriers, he is committed to supporting the growth and success of women in STEAM Plus. He believes that working together, we can create a more equitable future for all. So next, I'll pass on to John Maverick to introduce our special guest today.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Chelsea Glaze, for a beautiful introduction. And I will introduce our guest. So my name is John Maverick, and it gives me great pleasure to welcome our special guest, a truly exceptional individual whose talent, passion, and work have captured the hearts and minds of so many. She's an actor, model, presenter, writer, and creator in the UK. Born in London, she's of Thai and Malaysian Chinese heritage. She's best known for her roles in John Wick, Chapter 4, and Invasion Planet Earth, as well as her award-winning global media outlet, And Asian, and the show that she co-hosts, Falling Upwards. Her books, in both prose and poetry, as well as her screenplays, films, and theatrical productions, have received acclaim and been seen worldwide. She most recently showed her first poetry art piece, and I hope I'm pronouncing this right, Bajuban, in London. Trained at the Royal College of Music, Oxford University, and the Guildford School of Acting. She's also a passionate advocate for wider empathy and representation in the industry, and has walked the runway at London Fashion Week. She's also an ambassador for Talent Trust in the UK and advocates for a variety of causes around mental health, ichthyocytosis awareness, and more. And today, we're so lucky to have her here on the DIMSUMX and EWE's Plus podcast. Can we please give it up for Aimée Kwan? Yay! Welcome, Aimée.
Hello, thank you for having me today.
Yay, we're so excited you're here. And Emily, do you mind tell us where you are at right now?
I'm currently in a dim sum restaurant called Imperial Treasure in London. It is one of my favorite dim sum restaurants to eat in, so I'm very excited to be eating some wonderful food from here with you both. Though obviously you're not experiencing it literally, but I'm glad to be able to be presenting it. It's kind of near Piccadilly for anybody who is in London. If you're ever there, you know roughly where to go. And I'd say they do classics, and some of them have a bit more of a modern twist or an interesting twist to them. So yeah, it's great.
Interesting. Yeah. So, did you order some food by any chance?
Yes, I did, and some of them have come. I will start with my favorite item here, which is called the crispy golden net prawn cheung fun. I absolutely love cheung fun, and the way they do this, I just think is so peak. It's amazing.
Yeah. Can you show us the dish? Actually, I
Yeah.
love the prawn chuan fun too, but I never heard of a golden, crispy golden net. Like, what do they look like? I'm really curious.
I'm going to pick one up
Uh-huh.
that I think where you can see. So, looks like this. And I don't know if it's evident on the camera, but there's like a little crispy golden paste, like bird's netty thing that is wrapped around the prawn, and then the rice wraps around that. And should I be eating it while I talk to you? What should I do? Do I do that?
Yes,
Yeah.
please do.
So it's like when you bite into it, you get like the softness, the prawn, the saltiness, and the crispiness, which you don't get with many prawn chong fan.
All right.
And yeah,
So
it's
actually,
lovely.
right before you start eating, because we did mention about the game, if you remember,
Yes, yeah.
you will have to put, 5 of your talents into this particular dish. Would you choose model, creator, or actress, or presenter, or writer?
I would. Oh, wait. Colored, please. I would put. Oh wait, I'll do that again. I would do maybe creator, because in a weird way, creator kind of encompasses everything that I do. And this is my favorite dish, and I feel it encompasses why I love dim sum. So that aligns the best, I think.
Awesome. All right, please proceed. And then we'll reveal the creator connection to that afterwards. All right. Oh my God, John Marek, I'm so hungry just looking at Aimée eating that.
I
This is so
know.
much fun.
I agree.
I
And
can tell her face, her expression is like really indulging in it.
that's it.
It
That's
is
the whole show.
so
We'll let
good.
Amy just enjoy the dish.
Yes.
Like, because they put like, I'm a big foodie, so we can just talk food all day. Like, they put like between the crispy net and the rice, I don't know what it is. I want to say coriander, but I might be wrong. They put like a herb there so that when you bite into it, you get all the layers, and then you get like the kick of the herb. It's
Wow.
next level, honestly. It's amazing.
Goodness. Yeah, I can imagine. So is the golden net like outside of the dumpling skin, or is it in?
Okay. I would say the order it goes in is like prawn, and then wrapped around it is the golden net. Then they've got a layer of whatever herb it was, and then it's the rice skin.
Oh,
It's
wow.
unique, right? You don't really get that with chong
Yeah.
fan. It's the only place where I've ever had chong fan like that. But it's
Wow.
amazing.
That's amazing. I mean, I just couldn't even wrap my head around in terms of how this is being cooked. Because if it's like you said, if it's inside, how do they make it crispy while steaming it? I just couldn't.
You know what? I think it's one of those where genuinely with this, you've got to eat it hot there. Because I can imagine, like, if you bought it and you took it home, it would just get soggy, you know? But you need, like, the crispiness to be fresh so that you get the crunch when you bite into it. Yeah. Yeah. It's amazing.
Wow, what an amazing review. And can you share with us actually, like did you dip any sauce with this dumpling as well or not really?
Okay, so when they bring it to you, they have a sauce, and they pour the sauce freshly onto it for you.
Oh, interesting. Is it a special dumpling sauce? I'm curious. Or is it soy sauce or?
I think it's the regular kind of soy that you get with any chong fan. I think that's what it is. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But it's nice. It's nice. It's nice. Yeah.
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 Goodness. Oh yeah, this is such an amazing dish. And I think I know because I do host events, right? Like with
Mm.
people gathering. A lot of the
Mm.
times that some folks like they have to be gluten free, and I
Yeah.
actually recommend that dish because it's made of rice flour. So people
Mm.
might not be allergic to it, but if people are very sensitive to like soy sauce, so they can.
Oh.
But
Mm.
that's a dish that, yeah, a bit more, um, universal, right, to anyone, most majority the audience.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
When I was a kid and I had like much more sensitive taste buds, I think that's why I liked it so much because, it's just the prawn, it's the rice. When you're a kid, sometimes too many, like if it's too much, like as a kid, you're like, oh my God, like what is going on in this dish? But like it's such a simple dish that's nice that, you can give it to a 5-year-old and they still enjoy it. You can give it to like an older person that they don't have all their teeth. They need something softer. They could still eat it. Like to me, it's like, I think it's the best dim sum dish. I love it because, anybody can enjoy it. Unless you don't like seafood, in which case, you've got to have like a vegan version or something like that. But it's still great.
that's true. Yeah. And how would you say, because I know that this dish is definitely, sometimes they even translate it to rice crepe. I don't know if you came across
Yeah,
because it's really like a crepe, right? But it's like a very thin sheet of rice flour.
yeah.
And how would you say introduce this dish to non-Asian people, especially like,
Oh my goodness. You know what? You've probably hit the nail on the head there. I would probably say it's like prawn wrapped in like soft rice sheets or something like that, soft rice pancakes, something like that. Yeah. Usually I'm just like, if I try to introduce some like a meal that I really like to a friend and it's a cuisine they've never tried, I tend to just go, this is really good. Just trust me and eat it.
yeah,
So that's what I tend to say.
right. It's really good. You have to try it.
Yeah.
Okay, love it. All right. So let's actually now go back to the creator, right? Remember we asked you to assign
Yeah.
that. So if it's up to you, if you are the creator, nothing
Yeah.
is, everything is up into your imagination. How would
Yeah.
you like to reimagine this dish if you wanted to create, say, Aimée Kwan's version of this?
See, you've just asked me this question as I have just eaten what I personally think is one of the best versions of it ever. So
Yeah.
I'm just there like, I can't improve that.
Wow.
What? You know what? Okay, if I could, and you did say I had unlimited power here, I
Mm-hmm.
would make it so that you could like order it anywhere in the world and it always arrives with you hot.
Oh,
That's what I would say.
all
But I know
right.
that's not like that I've reimagined the dish. But I would say if there was like a magic power to like make the dish, like if I could send it to you right now from here and it would get to you in like 5 minutes by magic and it's hot, that would be what I'd want to do.
Right. Wow. Wow. That speaks a lot to it. I think it's the temperature, right, that it makes the dish like so good. If without it being warm or hot, then I think it will lose its magic in there. So that's why you
Yeah,
you want to make sure. Wow. I never ever really think about that when we think about
yeah,
food. It's
man.
all about how good it tastes, but it really matters. It's like when it delivers to your table at the first 5 minutes that you have to eat that. So.
Bingo. Yeah, exactly.
That's so excited. I'm really amazed now. I don't know, John Merrick, are you convinced that next time when if we ever go to London, we have to stop there, right? To try that dish.
Absolutely. I'm speechless. Like I said, it was you kicked the Food Network's butt because the description was so beautiful and so accurate, so detailed, so magic. Yeah, that sounds absolutely. We'll have to go there.
Yep.
Uh,
Right. Yay. Awesome. All right. So, are you ready for the next dish? Is it all
Yes.
on the table?
Okay.
Let's see.
I will pick the crispy lobster bean curd roll that has come here. Would you like me to pick a piece up to show you?
Yes, please.
Okay. I will take this one here. It looks like this.
Ooh. It's
Um,
a little bit like a gyoza shape, is it? Or not really?
I think it's more that they've like kind of cut one of the rolls in half. Does that make sense?
I see. Yeah, I see. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
All right. So what skills, that talent skill, would you assign this dish to? Now we have model,
You know,
presenter, actress, and writer. 4 options.
you know what? So I was gonna give it presenter, but at genuinely the last minute, as I heard you talk, I think I'm gonna give it writer, purely
Oh.
because I think it looks like when you hear the title, beancurd roll, it sounds very simple, but actually there are a lot of layers to it. It's very fun. And as a writer, you want to, bring things that might sound banal or ordinary and give it life and all of that. So I would say writer. Yes.
All right. Awesome.
Yeah.
Please proceed.
Hmm.
Let's see. Let's find out how good is this. I'm so excited. Actually, I never heard of, like, this is another dish. I have many beancurd roll, but never had the lobster beancurd roll. So this is another very innovative dish.
You know what? Unlike you, I've never had a lobster beancurd roll. Whenever I have had lobster, which I will confess is not often, like either it's like in the shell, or it's like kind of mushed into a paste, if that makes sense. Like it's, like if you have like lobster ravioli or something. This actually, I don't know if you can see or if you want to see,
Yeah.
there are like actual chunks of the lobster. The beancurd roll itself is incredibly crispy.
Oh, well, I can hear the sound, like very crunchy.
But I'm just impressed that you can really taste the lobster chunks. There is
Right.
no faking this meat. It is real meat.
Real,
It's
real.
not a random paste.
Nice, nice. Oh, that must be so satisfying, right? Like eating the trunk of the lobster, not just like small bits, but then at the same time it's like crispy that wrapped around it. I'm very curious to know what is the actual taste of this, like if you can describe a little bit, but please enjoy, first.
Very
Yeah.
much. It's um, it's not an overly seafoody, fishy taste. I think when I was younger, the one thing that I always took away from my mum and dad talking about food was with seafood. If it's too fishy, you kind of don't want that either. You want enough of the kind of the seafood, the sea taste
Mm.
to kind of illuminate your palate, but not to overwhelm it. So I feel like it sounded really, when I was running through it in my head just before saying it, I was like, if I say, oh, it just tastes like lobster, then that sounds obvious. But what I suppose what I mean is that it's not, it tastes very fresh. It doesn't taste synthetic at all. It's nice. It's nice.
Nice,
Yeah.
awesome. So now you have tried this dish and
Yeah.
we did assign writer to it. If you were
Mm.
to write a letter or a short paragraph to this dish, what would you write to it about?
Like a blurb. Am I selling it as if it's like a movie?
Sure, yeah, up to your
Okay.
imagination.
That would be like, okay. See, I feel like I've been surrounded by a lot of movies this Thanksgiving. So if I'm imagining it's a movie, I would say it would be, obviously the title would be Crispy Lobster Beancurd Roll in like massive font on the movie poster. And then the tagline would be, I don't know, come for the lobster and let the good times roll, or something like that.
Love
That doesn't
it.
really describe. It doesn't really describe the food, though. I want to try and illuminate that. It's a fun experience for your mouth. You get the crunchiness, you get the softness. It is a party.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Beautiful. What do you think, John Eric?
Yeah, I was about to say it's we could do like this could be a whole documentary really just dedicated to that's it. We're not talking about anything else because I love the way you describe so accurately, so vividly, all the amazing dishes you're enjoying, and no, I got nothing else to add. And it's true. Yeah, it would be actually maybe one of the episodes of your podcast, Falling Upwards, could be just dedicated. But yeah, we talk about to your co-host Maddie about all those amazing dishes you just tried, and then she'll talk about all those amazing dishes she had in Korea. And yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? It's so interesting because like up where Maddie's from, the diversity in cuisine is not the same as London. Like London, I would say, London, Birmingham, Manchester, like the big cities here. I suppose like in the States, there is a lot of food diversity. Like you can genuinely, I would say, any cuisine you want to try, you can probably find someone somewhere that's making a restaurant. Or do you know what I mean? Like no matter what it is. Whereas where she is, there's less of that. So I love eating. I will try any food, whereas she's not had so much of those experiences. So whenever she's like in London, because I'm really in the north of England, I'm always trying to like get her to try different foods and different things, and often it's stuff that she's never tried before. So that's always really fun because I'll be like, oh, what about this food or that food? And she'll be like, I've never had it. So then the next mission is like, oh, okay, we've got to find somewhere where I can get you to try it out for once.
Amazing. Very cool. Yeah. We should maybe next time we should invite Maddie to join you. We totally should.
Yeah.
Yes. Awesome. Great. All right. So is the third dish arrived yet, or is it?
Yes.
We want to make sure we eat it while it's warm. That's the key.
Yeah. It's all here, so we can just keep on going. It's all good.
Okay. Perfect.
I am going to go for the hagao.
Ooh. Hagao.
I will, a classic, as you know. Let me pick one up to show you.
Oh wow, how beautiful!
There you go. Can you see it?
I can see it. I can see the pink shrimp, like transparent. The color comes through the camera.
Yeah. Would you like me to assign it a role?
Yeah. So now you have model and actress and also
presenter left. Okay. I will say, oh my goodness. Again, see, I thought I knew what I was going to assign it, and now at the last minute, I'm like, maybe I will give it presenter, because I think on face value, it's I think people see it as quite a simple job, perhaps, because usually you're not the star in front of the camera. You're there supporting and encouraging whoever you have, say on the show or whoever you're interviewing. But so just like the simple hagao is a very, it looks and feels like a very kind of basic, simple dish in comparison to a lot of the other dim sum options. But if you do it well, you can really get depth out of it. So it's like it looks simple on the surface, but actually there is in a good version of it, or when done well, there's complexity there. I don't know if any of that's making sense, but yeah.
No, totally. Yeah. No. Please go ahead. I love your
Okie dokie.
how you're revealing it, and let's see how this tastes like.
Absolutely, and take your time. And I was about to say later. So I had this idea. So you're invited to, it's like the Academy Awards of dim sum, and you have the 5 nominees, or all your dishes are the nominees. So we would love to know who. We open the envelope, and who is the winner? I don't know if it's a good analogy, but take your time. But yeah.
You know what? You don't even need to ask me. For me, it's prawn cheung fun.
There we go.
Always. Because I just think it's like, whenever we think about like food that really touches people's hearts and food that really connects people, and I'm somebody that, I won't say I eat Michelin star food often, because I don't, but I'm somebody that I do love and appreciate the art of what they try to do, and why people working at that level are creating that way. But I think the food that really connects people, it doesn't matter what your background is, anything like that, they're often just really simple dishes that they've been crafted in a way that no matter what age you are, you can connect with it and enjoy it. And like I was eating a bowl of udon the other day, and that's such a simple dish, but it is such a wonderful dish. That basic simple noodle can hold so much memory by virtue of the fact that anybody can connect to and enjoy an aspect of it. And for me, that's what cheung fun is. But a close kind of second would actually be the hagao, and that's another reason why it's such a popular option, right? Because it's like anybody can enjoy it. Anybody can, even if we're making vegan versions these days, the core of what it is, which is that, that really wonderful kind of rice coating with the filling inside with a bit of the bamboo shoot. Like, you can do that with vegan meat, you can do that with any filling. Like, the essence of it is can bring anybody to your table, and then that's how you form memories around those dishes. So I think both cheung fun and hagao does that beautifully. So cheung fun first and then hagao second.
Nice. Wow. Actually, I would reckon with you that cheung fun it's definitely taking a notch up. It's just like I don't know, it's like the warmth. Maybe it is like what you're saying, it has to be hot. It's like that warmth, right? It's like, I don't know, it warms your tongue, but it warms your heart too, compared to cacao. It's like, I don't know how to describe it, but I think you made the right choice. And I'm actually curious, you did mention a little bit about vegan or vegetarian dim sum. Like, have you ever encountered any of those type of a dim sum restaurant that mainly focus on vegetarian dishes?
So you've made me hungry. I'm taking a little bit more of the cheung fun.
Yes.
So generally, whenever I can, I try to not eat. So I don't eat red meat. I do on occasion, such as during Christmas, because pigs in blankets is a staple from my childhood. But in general, I eat day to day. I eat as little meat as possible. So, and that's something that my mum also does. So we've, especially in the past, I would say maybe 5 to 10 years, where vegan substitutes have really gotten better, and there are so many options now for the consumer. We've tried lots of different ones. So even these days, like, my dad still eats meat, but we'll make, for example, a bolognese with a vegan mince, because it's just really nice. So I know it's not, I suppose, common or popular in dim sum yet to use vegan substitutes, but like, I've seen in a lot of other Asian cuisines and a lot of Asian restaurants around the capital, more and more of them having a version with a vegan option. So yeah, it's something I've tried, and whenever I see it, I do want to try it, because some vegan substitutes aren't very good at all. So I want to see if they've picked like a good one or not.
Right. No, definitely. And again, if it's up to your imagination, you can think about this. What would be a vegan dish that you would like to create, like with the different vegan substitute meats, like, because in the US we have like Impossible Meats or Beyond Meats. I don't know if you guys have the same in UK. Like, what would you want to, like, oh, I would love to try that.
We have two brands here that I quite like. One is like called La Vie, I think, and then the other is like It's. I know that's really random. It's like It's not chicken. It's not. It's very distinctive, kind of bold packaging, and I would be really curious to see how they do that with. It seems like my life is cheung fun, honestly, the way that I'm talking today. But I would genuinely be curious to see how they would do a cheung fun, because I think the prawn cheung fun is so famous as that prawn filling, and I can't imagine how they would substitute that, how they would do that, Like, I've tried cheung funs before with like barbecue pork and stuff, and it's okay, but it's not the same. So it's, if you did cheung fun with a vegan substitute. I'd be interested to see, because I think both companies, their vegan substitutes are genuinely really good. So I'd be curious to see how they pulled that off.
I see. That's a really good one. It would be a tricky one to your point because it's the texture of the shrimp, right? Like how do you get that right? That might be something new they need to invent or explore. So
Yeah, because I think like I've tried fish vegan substitutes, but I've rarely tried a prawn vegan substitute, or shrimp as you call it. So I'd be interested to see how that turns out. Who does it first? I don't know.
right, yeah, we'll see. But now you ordered that. Hopefully, one day that will come true. I'll be
Yep.
curious to see because that would be a huge invention that can replace a lot of the seafood.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I know
Do you want me to
yeah.
present another one?
Oh yeah, so we did pick the presenter, right, for the, I'm sorry,
Yes.
for the Hagao. So would you mind being, if you were the presenter, how would you present this Hagao now, if you know, given that role, especially
I would present it as this is a humble dish that can satisfy even the hungriest of stomachs. Yeah. Because I think it is right. You have one portion of just 4. You're a bit peckish. It just satiates your appetite.
Wow, beautiful. It sounds like a poem to me. I love it.
This is what I need to be doing. I need to be writing poems about food. Clearly, that's my calling.
Definitely, yeah. Maybe you'll be a dim sum, poem. That would be amazing.
Yeah.
All right. So what's next? I'm ready
Okay.
to
We
watch.
have, it's the last savory dish.
Oh, savory. Okay.
It's the prawn and pork siumai.
All right. Yeah, prawn and pork
I
sushi.
will present one to you. There we go. Can you see that okay?
Yes, I can see. Is it has a little bit of a, what's the black thing on the top? I can see it.
I'm not sure. Is it, maybe it's a mushroom?
Oh, yeah, it could be mushroom. Is it
Maybe
like
it's a mushroom?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. So if you
Yeah.
would have to pick model and actress, which one would you pick for this one?
Oh, okay. It's got to be actor, because I'm looking at the last 2 now and I'm trying to think, oh my god, which fits which better, because seeing them also changes my mind. But I think for this I will say actor, because I have been I think around acting for a while perhaps, and again the siumai is quite a staple dim sum. I think it's one that a lot of people go to. It's one that a lot of people think of when they think of dim sum, and they know what it is. Like, people have a very clear image in their head of what siumai is and why they'd enjoy it. And I think that's the same with actor, in the sense that, there are so many different roles on a film set, but there are few where if you say the title, people instantly know what their job is. So, if I said I'm a grip, you might be like, wait, sorry, what? What is that? Whereas people understand just on a base level what an actor is, and how what they do is interesting and brings people joy and contributes to whatever project that they're on. And I think the humble siumai also does that, where everybody knows why it's good, why people like it, why it's an important part of any dim sum meal. Yeah. That was very long-winded. I feel like I went roundabout in circles to justify that, but yeah.
Thanks for sharing. So now you do pick that. So if you were being the actor or actress, how would you eat this dish? Like, maybe we require a bit of acting in here.
Oh
Do you
my
maybe think about
goodness.
a role or someone you want to play, or do you want to eat it like not up to your challenge?
Okay.
So
I'm a big believer with food that I know there's so much etiquette around how one should eat and all of that, but sometimes you have to give in and just go for it. I'm not here for dainty eating. I'm not saying, I'm not saying like eat like you're, I don't know, like you haven't eaten in days. But it's like for me, if I would be trying to eat in a way to show you how this was appealing, say if I was in an ad for this piece of dim sum right now, I would genuinely just stuff it in my mouth
Yeah.
because that's the only way to show you how delicious I think it is, right?
Yes.
It's just going in.
That's
Would you like me to do that right now?
Please, I'd love to. Let's witness Emmy's acting. Yes, go for it. Action.
Okay.
Let's do it. Oh.
Mm. That's actually really nice. I've never had the siumai here before.
Huh.
Like the caviar on top.
Oh,
That's really nice. It's like a bit of a little bit of a kick. And also there's like a bit of a burst of like juice when you bite into it, which is nice. Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's good. It's nice. You can't go wrong with the siumai though. Like you have to do something seriously wrong to go wrong with the siumai.
That's so true.
Yeah.
Staple dish.
Yeah.
No. Oh my God. Now we know what is the thing on the top. It's the caviar that mixed with it. It has like oh wow. Oh my, I'm really hungry, John.
You've got to come here to eat. You've got to come here to eat at some point.
Like one dish after next, they're all so delicious. I think I'm gonna build up an appetite here. And thanks for your amazing acting skills. That like you said, right? It's about embrace it. It's not about like watch it carefully, but just like forget about the world around me. I just want to eat that shumai right now, and don't bother me.
Just bask in it. Yeah, I think like with food, there's so much like I think for people that I know that like love Downton Abbey and like other Western period pieces, I think everybody's like, oh, there's such a Western etiquette around how the table's set. Like there's like there's a certain stereotyped image of like, oh my God, you have so much cutlery, and there are like 3 layers of cutlery, and it's all of that kind of, I guess, British like heritage and how you all eat. And I mean, day to day, none of us are eating like that. That's the first thing I'd say. But also like there's that sense of, oh, when you're eating, it's like your comportment and your behavior displays how you are. So you've got to be really careful how you eat and how you present yourself. But I am genuinely of the belief where it's like food is meant to be enjoyed. If you're busy thinking about how you look or how you're presenting whilst you're eating the food, you're not actually appreciating the food. And also like food is a gift, like we can't take for granted the fact that the world today in general is more abundant than it's ever been in terms of being able to eat. And that's not a normal thing. Like we treat it like, if I need something, I just pop down to the shop or whatever. But that's not been like the majority of human history. So it is such a gift that we are able to sit down and to just eat. So I'm always like, oh, if you're just eating, like just enjoy it. Just enjoy it. You don't have to like get mucky or anything like that, but just enjoy it when you're eating. So you say my acting, but I tell you that was not acting. That was me genuinely just enjoying it.
You are being who you are. That's amazing. Even better. So, thanks so much for sharing that. And to your point, I think I wanted to share a little bit about why DIMSUMX is here as well. Is that I just want, like you said, I want people to really enjoy being themselves and enjoying the food, right? So it's not so much like worrying about how others perceive me, but I think if we all focus on the same table of food, I think that takes a lot away from our maybe like anxiety when we network. We're like, oh, it's super awkward, but it's like like this dish is amazing, and then you're like, yeah, I'm nodding like this is so good. And then I think through that we kind of start building the connection. There's a language there, like we all both agree this is so delicious, and I think the rest can easily follow, right? Rather than say, what's your name? What do you do? It's like, how much more question can I ask beyond, like being more awkward? And I think being an Asian too, sometimes I found it's hard too, like just like being in the US, like going out to networking event, I don't really feel true to myself. And
Mm.
I think through food it's like the way to show who I am, like the authentic part of who we are. So I don't know if you feel the same too, like
No, absolutely. I mean, I don't know about you, but I don't drink, for example. So
neither do
it's
I.
not that I can't go to a party if I need to network, or, especially in my line of work, I think a lot of meeting people is through like parties and stuff and things like that. And it's not that I can't be there, and I enjoy being there without drinking, but I think a lot of people, and that's changing, I would say, are used to like rely on alcohol, rely on that kind of bar party structure to feel like they can get through it. But I think food as a means to connect is stronger, because one, you don't need to be like consuming things to try and make yourself get into a mental state where you feel that you can talk to people.
Mhm.
But everybody has food that they, okay, I say everybody, I know a couple of people who are not food people, but I think most people have like a food or a food memory or a food experience that just is intrinsically connected to them at their core, and especially to an aspect of their childhood. And as soon as you can get them in that scenario and bring that out of them, then they are being them. It's not them because they've drunk alcohol, so now they feel like they're a bit tipsy and they can talk to people. Like, it's a them that comes from a very like real, innocent, honest place. And that's the nicest thing for me. So like when I meet new people, or when I want to talk to people, I generally I don't like doing it at parties. I can do it, but I would rather choose not to. And I don't even like doing it at a coffee shop, because you don't really eat. If we're able to go, even if it's like at a McDonald's, genuinely, and we're just sitting there, I always love to do it over food, because even if the connection is, gosh, these nuggets aren't what they were 10 years ago or something like that, it's still, you're still tapping into somebody's memories and somebody's sense of who they are.
Yeah, no, that's so true. I'm excited, that this start changing, like you said, with not only like alcohol, right? But now there's more and more of the, they call it the non-alcoholic beverage. Like there's more option that, with the trend of like options to allow people like us, we don't drink that much. Like how do you still, make it easy to network? But
Yeah.
but I'm really good to hear, that you feel the same, and
Yeah.
how we can use food as a language to connect with others. So
Yeah.
yeah, so with that said, I know we have one more dish left. I know
Ooh.
that dish also needs to be eaten while it's warm as well. Hopefully it's still.
Okay, so we have the steamed charcoal bun with custard, which looks amazing. I've never had this here. I
Ah,
will raise it to the,
let's see. Oh, it's golden. Look at
it's
that.
golden. I want to like keep this forever. I want to it looks so pretty. Like
Yeah,
that image probably is not doing it justice.
I
It
see
looks
it.
fantastic. Um, yeah, so I guess for people who usually know the traditional custard bun, obviously it looks different because of the charcoal element.
Mhm,
And as Chelsea Blaze said, you have the gold like
mhm.
across the top. So I don't know how this is going to go, but I know that I think model is the one that's left, and I think this is
Yes, model is
perfect
the last one you picked.
for
Yeah.
that.
So if you were a model, how would you present this dish?
Yeah.
The,
Oh my good runway right now, and someone was like, "Hold this while you walk." Firstly, I'd hope that the artistic director gave me a bit more direction about how they'd want me to hold this. But if he was like, pick what you want, I would like hold it in front of me like it was like it was the Queen's crown or something like that. It looks amazing. It looks like genuinely because they've used a brush, right? They must have done. It
Mhm,
looks like a little artwork. Like if this was in the Tate and
mhm.
someone was like, okay, Banksy wouldn't do this. But if they were like, this is Banksy's newest thing, I'd be like, sure, I believe you. It looks amazing. So it would have place of honor like right in front of me, like this, as I walked. So everybody could see it.
Yeah, no, it's beautiful. I can see how you really treasure it. It's kind of like a treasure that you're holding a very, yes, like, oh, this is so special. And all right, so I'm
I
not
love it.
sure if John Merrick has tried this dish before. So Aimée, like what would you say for someone if I know, have you tried it before by any chance? I'm curious. A similar version of it. Oh, John, can you
Oh,
hear?
me? Oh, okay. I'm so sorry. Yes. No, I have not actually.
All right.
I
So,
will.
so Emily, what would you say for someone who haven't tried it? Like, what would you ask them to watch out for?
Okay, so I feel like with this is an unknown. I could have a completely different experience than I'm used to. But I would say with the average custard bun, it's obviously it's warm, like you said, Chelsea Blaze, and then when you bite into it, you have like that filling that is very rich. It's a little bit like if you've had like a melt in the middle chocolate cake. It's like that, but with this and with custard. And then obviously, I think the nice thing about a lot of Chinese buns and a lot of kind of East Asian buns actually in general is that like the outer dough, like it's never too sweet. So it's not like you have the sweetness outside and then oh my god, it's super sweet inside. It's like it's more kind of mellow and neutral, and then so the sweetness is like a nice salt, like a salty sweety kind of contrast when you bite into it with the lava. Yeah, but again, I don't know. This could throw up a surprise for me.
All right, let's reveal it. Let's see if
Okay.
the lava coming out or not. Ooh,
Oh my god. Okay, wait.
wow! Oh, it's
It's okay, man.
dripping.
This is the way it should be. Yeah,
Yes, I see it. Oh my
there's
God.
a lot there.
Oh,
Yes.
take your time. Enjoy it. Please do.
Oh my God, I can see
Savor
it.
this moment. Please.
It looks so
So
good.
yeah, as you can see, you have like the lavary element.
Yeah.
Not so much filling, because sometimes I feel like with a custard bun, the filling is like a little bit, or it's quite stiff.
Hmm.
This is a whole bomb of lava. Oh my goodness.
Wow. I can feel it. Oh, it looks so delicious.
It's nice. It's nice. It's good.
Yeah. It's a perfect dish to wrap it around like a little dessert treat at the end. Mhm.
Do you have a favorite sweet dim sum?
Oh, that's a good one. I actually like, I'm not sure if you try those, they call it jello, like a pudding style. Um,
Hmm.
yeah, like kind of the jello-y, kind of like bouncy. That those are what I like to order. And oh, I have to show you a picture of it. There's that restaurant in LA. It's called Chef Tony, and they make those super cute rabbit-like coconut jelly. It just looked like a little rabbit, and you just wouldn't want to eat it. It's like, oh my God, this is so cute. It's like, how can I bite into it? So yeah, so I like those kind of very jello-y type of dessert. And
I think it's my mum's quite similar. She likes the kind of like when it's refreshing,
yeah,
like
exactly.
you eat it and it just kind of it peps up your palate. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I totally get what you mean.
Very, very good point. Yeah, it's kind of like, I'm not saying it's like sorbet, but it's kind of like very simple and clean to kind of take away, right, all the maybe the other different tastes that you've been eating, all the different dishes.
Yeah, yeah. We have in Malaysia. There's something called ice kacang, which is it's not a dim sum dish by any means, but it kind of has that similar effect when you eat it because it's basically ice that it's similar to I guess what you might know as a snow cone, but
Mhm.
it's you've got the ice and then lots of syrup and all the like different sweet toppings, and it just kind of it cleans your palate and it freshens you up, and it's very and you can put like sour flavors on, you can put like condensed milk on it, whatever you like. It's nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Mm.
very true. So speaking of that, we would love to actually learn a little bit about when did you actually start your modeling career?
Oh goodness. Well, at the time when I was going more into acting, I knew I think like modeling and acting to a certain extent there are quite a few transferable skills,
Mhm.
and I'm 5'1", and something that I have loved seeing a lot of in recent years is models of more body shapes being accepted, I still think there's an incredibly long way to go, because people are still gatekeeping what those acceptable standards are, even though they've broadened. But something that I didn't see much of at the time was smaller models as well. So that's when I started trying to get into it a little bit more, because sometimes the best thing you can do whilst waiting for more people to be visible is to be a part of that conversation, in the hopes that that means more people will get into that space. So, and it's something that I genuinely do really enjoy doing, because I feel like my brain runs at like 200 miles an hour all the time, whereas modeling is one of the few things that really forces me to be like, I have to be present in my body as it is right now. And it's got nothing to do with like my brain or overthinking or anything like that. So that's my very long-winded story about how I kind of got into it, and how I've continued to just really, really enjoy doing it. Yeah.
Wow. That's amazing. I mean, this is so inspiring, because yeah, like I feel like we might have a similar height, but definitely not for my current stage. But to your point, right? Like what is it that the standard of the industry or being accepted from the world? So I'm just like so excited that you're out there and you're setting a standard, like for all the Asian women out there, that we can be a model too. Like we don't have to be fall under a certain high, width, or whatever you call it, weight, etc. So it's like I just want to have a different representation,
Right.
all the
Right.
different types of people out there.
Yeah.
And I that's what I was saying, like it's super inspiring. Like thank you for doing what you're doing. And I think there's a lot more uprising model like you that really needs that,
Thank
especially.
you. I mean, I think it's one of those things where I'm grateful to people of other body types as well that have come before me. So, I think in my limited history knowledge of modeling, there have been movements by lots of other women of many different backgrounds that have kind of paved that way as well. Those women that have had the courage to say, actually, I deserve to have a place here, and you should be pushing for more women like me and more women like me, and whatever that is. That helps other women from other demographics. So it's very kind of you to say, but I'm one little droplet that is part of all of this, all of the wave that is trying to change things more systematically. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's very much needed. And I don't know if you guys can see my screen now or not. Is it showing for you all?
Yes, all good.
Yeah.
Yes. So I wanted to, kind of switch back here, look at how amazing you are, being the model. And I just like that you carry the look and the, how do you call it? Like, it's just amazing. You're so talented at it. I feel like you're also very natural at it as well. And so I'm kind of curious, there's a couple dresses, like especially this one. Oh my God, it's so gorgeous. It's so beautiful. And yeah, the way you look. And I'm kind of curious, like, is there a theme that we're seeing here? It's actually in the color blue.
Yes. Oh my gosh. So the ones that you've shown in particular, that was from last fashion season, which was in September. And what I didn't even know until this year actually was that September is Histiocytosis Awareness Month. And so I talked with the association about maybe doing something, because obviously, for these fashion weeks, you've got to put a lot of looks together, and you get photographed in those looks. And the Histiocytosis Association's color, Histio's color, is blue. And I asked if they would be all right with me doing kind of all of the looks from London and Paris in blue, to kind of honor that, like something that another reason why I like modeling is that you get to center the clothes. You get to show off the work of these amazing creative people. It's just that, it's say a painter, their canvas is, I don't know, a literal canvas or a piece of paper or whatever. In this case, I'm the canvas for the clothes to be on. And I tend to try and be as conscious as possible of what those clothes are, where they're from. So, for example, this photo you're showing, that's a vintage piece. That's genuinely from, I think it's from the 80s. So, you know, for this, it's like the sustainability aspect where this piece has been around for a long time, and yet you see it still looks amazing all these years later. The wearability is still very high. So that tied in with the histio angle because, again, it's me wanting to make sure that if I'm the canvas, what's on me as the canvas has purpose and is not just for the sake of, I'm not interested in being the most beautiful person there. That's not the point. I don't really care about that. But I do want to center clothes that it matters. Do you know what I mean? It matters, and it's good for the designer and it's good for whatever they're trying to say through the clothes. So with histio, it was a chance to do kind of center throughout the entire season. Kind of, it is Histio Awareness Month, and we're going to wear blue the whole time. And then the really cool thing is, obviously, when you're there at shows and at parties and whatever, and people ask you about your outfit if they like it, I can tell them about histiocytosis and the awareness and the work that they do. So, you know, it has many different purposes.
Wow. I know John actually has some question would like to ask about that as well.
Well, no, it's actually that was a great transition segue. Yes, and then I believe this is the Paris fashion week.
Yes, this was Paris.
And then the next picture, if you can go to the next picture, Chelsea, please. Photo, sorry. Yeah, and this one is the London Fashion Week, and they were both. And this one too is just gorgeous, amazing. We'd love for you to talk more about that. But we're also, you did touch on the histiocytosis association, sorry. And we would love to learn more about your passion about it, and what's the story behind it and your support.
Yeah. Histiocytosis is a disease, or really a group of diseases, I suppose, that, I mean, the reason I'm passionate about it is that it's touched a close family member of mine. So I've seen their journey dealing with the disease. It's classed as, I'm pretty sure it's classed as a rare disease. And part of the reason that it's, I suppose, a bit under the radar is because it is fairly rare. The majority of people that get diagnosed with it usually are children. So there are several million children around the world that have it at the moment. And it is usually treatable. Often it's treated with things like chemo. So, for example, the family member that dealt with it, they went through chemotherapy for a while. But because it's quite rare, often it can take a really long time for it to be diagnosed. So part of the struggle is people even figuring out just what's wrong with them in the first place and how to cope with that. And the really incredible thing you do see with histiocytosis groups and awareness groups is that a lot of them are parents. They're parents that are doing everything they can to try and help, or they're often very young children go through this. And then an incredible kind of after effect of that is you see children that have dealt with the disease and they grow up to become doctors, and their mission then becomes to work on this disease and to improve kind of the well-being, the quality of life, the understanding around it for many people. So it's not something that a lot of people know about. I'm always really glad to tell people that it exists. It's complicated to explain, which means that I can go and look it up. And then that will be another person that has gone to look it up, which I love as well. But yeah, that's why I do that. Yeah. Would you like me to dig into the outfit as well? I can do that if you like.
Thank you. I'm so sorry. What was your question?
Would you like me to talk about the outfit as well?
Absolutely, yeah. If you can, and thank you for sharing. And
of course.
And yes, that is true. I did look it up actually because I was like, "What is?" I remember you did a post. You did a little, I don't know what, movie on Instagram. And hey guys, it's I think, and I believe it's September. September is Histiocytosis Awareness Month. And you had this little clip, and I was like, "Oh, what is that?" I've never heard of it. That is true. So that was that's true.
If I can quickly jump in, they have out of the blue just given us on the house a piece of, I'm going to just hold this up because I don't know what this is.
Oh, those are the jello with
It's
the
like jelly.
yeah, the red part is goji berry. It's kind of like
Right.
yes, so it might be
Well, this,
chrysanthemum goji berry jello. Oh wow, that's amazing.
well, this is something out of the blue, but yes. So to talk about the outfit as well, I suppose it's quite fitting because this also looks like a piece of art, does it not? Um, but that outfit that you showed, it's by a Taiwanese designer called Apu Chan, and I've been lucky enough to attend his shows before. He's very, very talented. And that outfit in particular, it was a little cold because, September in London is a little chilly. But it was, I kind of like, it's not symmetrical. If you look at it, it's not a symmetrical piece, especially the top. He does a lot with the creating shapes around with the edges of the outfit. I wear a lot of cropped things because I'm quite small. So that was it was a really fun, lovely piece to wear. I had to be super careful with the bottom because as you can see, um, it touched the floor. So I was like lifting it up like it was a dress, but it was a lovely piece to wear. And I always love wearing pieces by Asian designers as much as I can. My general focus, I suppose, for any of these things, especially especially if it's an event, is either it's as vintage as it can be, or I'd like it if it's from a designer of color as much as possible. I know sometimes that's not always possible, but when it is possible, I jump on that as much as I can.
Yeah, no, I love that. I really love this piece. I can see kind of like a water flowy and remind me a bit of the ocean feel too. It has a lot of different layers of the blue. And I don't know, I can kind of see some of the details too, like the what do you call it, like the by your hand area. It has a little bit like a flower paddle. I don't know if that's the feeling of it, but it makes the sleeves very special and I think there's a little bit of an open, right? The skin, show the skin by the area. So it just yeah, it's just like very subtle, but then it's also kind of have its characteristic to it. So it's beautiful, very very elegant too. So love it.
And just to flag you, my battery is at 42%.
Okay.
So I don't know if there's going to be a charger there, but just in
Yeah.
case that's helpful.
Yeah, I hope we there will be. So, but I think we're wrapping up on this section if it's okay. So maybe you can, yeah, because I know it might take you some time also to get over to another place. So get situated and stuff. So we can maybe reconvene in is it like what time is it right now? Is it
I think you put it down as 2:30, so
right?
I'll endeavour to make sure I tap in by then.
Yeah, no rush. And no rush. If you need an extra, 10, 15 minutes, take your time, and enjoy finishing the food here as well, because I know we'll only talk the whole time. You didn't have a chance to
No,
really.
not at all. Yeah, no. If it helps, the journey was lovely. The
Great.
journey was nice. We did not plan for that, but it was great. It was good.
I'm so glad you guys enjoy it. So yeah, we can stop here and you enjoy the rest of the food, and then we'll come back. Yeah, in at 2:30 your time.
Yes, perfect.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Thank you both. I'll see you in a bit.
See you in a bit. Okay. Bye bye. See ya. All right.